Well, if you've ever done any spoon carving, you may possess some spoon carving knives like these ones, with different profiles. These were made by my friend Nick Westerman, and I find them exceptionally good. The only thing that people who start spoon carving find difficult is to sharpen them, and I'm going to show you an easy, simple way to sharpen them. So to help you to get your bevel right, we're going to work on the bevel outside. If you get a black felt pen, indelible felt pen, and colour in the bevel, you'll be able to see where you're touching it with the abrasive. Right, I've got two of these sticks, just a piece of softwood, and on one side I've stuck 600 grit wet and dry paper, the other side 800. This one's got 800 and 1000 grit on it. So starting off with the 600, gently stroke it around, and you'll see where you're touching the metal because the felt tip pen will be removed. Now that's wrong really, you don't want to start right on the very edge, you want to come back slightly and approach the bevel. Keep the bevel nice and slim, you don't want to just work on the edge and fatten it up. Take nice long strokes with the sharpener. Now I don't let my knives go blunt, I just keep touching them up all the time, but if you do let it go blunt you'll have to perhaps go down a grit even from here until you can feel a wire edge come up on the back. But otherwise I just carry on through the grits, through the 800. And I don't need to put any more felt pen on there now because I know what I'm doing. And then the worn 800, which should start to bring up a bit of a shine on the edge. The 1000 grit. This is another piece of wood, just got a piece of leather stuck with the sort of the suedey side up, and then I just dress that with some of this stick, which is called a honing paste, and I think the blue is a certain grit. I mean, these are easily available for buffing and so on, different buffing compounds, or you could use Autosol metal polish, just as good. Give that a good dressing. And then use that in the same way. Obviously all the time that you're using these things you have to pull them towards you. If you push them away it's going to cut into the leather. And that, I think you can see, is putting that real polish on that edge now. Okay, 3 different sizes of dowel, because obviously sometimes you might want to get into one of these finer ones when these big ones are just too big. And these have got the leather stuck onto them as well with the suedey side out. But to start off with, I'll use this big one, and I'll get a piece of loose 600 paper, and I'll just wrap that round the stick. And use that, pushing away from yourself, to work on the inside of the bevel. Very flat. I mean, we're only trying to take off, well in my case, an imaginary wire edge. So I'll work all the way down through the grits. That's 600. That's 800. Shouldn't need more than a couple of touches of these. And then the 1000. And finally, give the stick, without any wet and dry on it obviously, a dressing with the honing compound, just to bring back that shine on the edge. This should have got rid of any wire edge. And if you do this regularly enough, you're almost just realigning the edge of the knife. You're not actually cutting much steel off it. And then finally, just a little pull over on the outside again, just to make sure there isn't any wire edge. And give it a try. Well, it was cutting pretty well to start with. It's cutting even better now. And I find it helps if you rough your spoon out, and then when the spoon's dry, sharpen the tools, and you can get that beautiful cut surface where you don't have to do any sanding.